Okay. So this topic, even though it look simple, because I think you heard of this many, many times, but it's actually very important for all meditators, especially for beginners, because when they are overcome by 5 hindrances, some will give up because they find that meditation is too difficult. And some will find that even though they practice for some time, they also find that since it's so difficult, myself just do a lazy way. Lazy way means uh find a happy life and just forget about meditation. All right. Now, I guess this information from internet, also from Noble AI, also Dixie, and also add on some idea. Because nowadays the AI has lots of database, so myself we get some good help from them, but we also need to take what is suitable and just I will delete also what it has, which is I think is not suitable. This is a comprehensive guide to overcome the 5 hindrances. The 5 hindrances are not enemies to be defeated, but transient mental states that obscure the mind's innate clarity. The goal is to develop a skillful relationship with them, recognizing their flavor characteristic, understanding their underlying causes, and applying specific targeted antidotes. Now, so this means that we need to know 5 hindrances various viewpoint. So first is this is a how we see it. Now, if we see the 5 hindrances as enemy, if you're going to see like this, there will be few things happen to you. First, you find is not easy to deal with it since you view it as enemy. And second thing is like some people they are afraid of opposite states. So if they see this as enemy, then they feel that oh okay, I cannot overcome it at all. But let us see it as it's just a kind of things that is temporarily transient. And that what actually in many sutta is say, it's like say the original mind is pure, is clean. But because of the defilements, the hindrances, the mind become dirty. Sometimes the Buddha use similarly like the mind is like kind of like water. So when you put different color, you put red color, it become red. You put blue color, the water become blue. But the nature of original side is like a white color or pure color. So if we can see it as something that just cover up the mind, and then and the nature of the mind itself is clean. So if you want to see the clean mind, then we need to overcome it. Take it as transient. Or we can just say in this way, because hindrances is considered as akusala, unwholesome mind. And then originally we can say everybody have good mind. So we try to raise up our good mind and reduce the hindrances. So that's the meaning. And you need to know their characteristic. And you need to know what caused it. Once you know what caused it, then if you be able to remove the cause, once there's no cause, then they will not come out. And the opposite will be the antidotes. Now, for all hindrances, all right. So before I go for this, let me talk about these hindrances. So in Pali called nivarana. So there are a few ways to explain it. One way is say it's hindrances because it obstruct the meditation progress. Another one is it blocked the way to heaven. That's how it say in some of the texts. Anyway, the first one is how you're going to deal with it. It's very important cultivate a mind that notices the hindrance without being identified with it, linked with the self-I mind. So we should use simple neutral labels. Desire is pleasant. Aversion, there's aversion. There's a sleepiness, restlessness, and doubt. Or you should decide, let the sound be the sound. Let the thought be the thought. Okay, now let's say when the thought come out, even though it's very restless, you should not catch up with the idea, okay, I'm having a thought. This thought belong to me. So if you're having the idea of I'm having a thought, that you have the idea of I. This thought belong to me. So you're having the idea of mine. Or myself is not happy. So you're clinging to unhappiness as belong to this myself. All right. So we should label it as it come out. That how what's the meaning of label? Label is kind of like sometimes we call it like put a name tag, right? So when the like for example anger come, you just not angry. Sensual desire, you just not sensual desire. So that's how. So you don't say it's my sensual desire. I'm having problem. I'm thinking about this and that. Don't follow the story, right? So just not it as it is. And the law of opposites. So this is antidotes. So, for example, uh, the hindered mind is unbalanced. The path or is the one of the balance. For example, you have metta. You use metta to reduce and stop evil. Evil is the second hindrances. This is very clear. So for sensual desire, you use the like asubha impurity to reduce the sensual desire. So do the opposite. So this is called antidotes. Now, another one is when the hindrances come. So it appears in the mind, but it will also have the effect on the body. So you should just try to see what it will present in the body, right? For example, when the mind is scattered, the breath also feel like scattered. This means that your mind is running here and there, and then your breath is not calm. So what you do is the opposite way. So you calm down the body. You how to calm the body? Okay, so you can use the long and deep breathing. So when you see your mind is very restless, so you just take a deep breath. Okay, take a deep breath, long and deep. Then when your mind is calm down, then the body calm down, right? So this is called work with the body. And when, for example, people feel very anxious, okay? What happened? So when you feel anxious, so instead of walking around doing this and that, and you should just stop somewhere or stand somewhere. Make the body quiet. Then also make your breathing quiet also. So this is the best way to work with the body. Now, prevention is paramount. Prevention is better than cure. Now, if somebody have good life or very a life with morality, virtue, moderation in food or entertainment, wise attention, right? So because of we call it good life or more spiritual life, so the hindrances will not be come out easily. Even it come out easily, this person can reduce the hindrances fast. Imagine if somebody with no morality, he go to nightclub every day, he drink alcohol, he kill animals, and of course the hindrances will stop him from progressing in meditation because the life is not pure in a way. All right, so before I continue, any question on this? Before I go one by one into the five aggregates, any question up to this point? You all can unmute if you got questions. All right, so if no, I continue. Now, definition of sensual desire, karma. Karma is sensual. Chanda is, sometimes we use the word chanda. Chanda, sometimes we have the meaning like a wish. Chanda can be good or bad. So I have the chanda to do good things. So that is we call it, we can translate chanda as a wish or will to do something. But when chanda link with the karma chanda, it become, we use the word sensual desire. This means that want to, the mind stick to chaser after pleasant object. This means that want to see good things, good sight, pleasant sight, good sound, delicious smell, delicious food, want to go for entertainment, like go to karaoke, go to disco, and so on. So how do we know we have the sensual desire? So we can feel the pull, the mind want this, want that, the pull of fantasy, seeking and wanting. You feel that the mind is like going out all the time. It want this, want that, it attached to this, attached to that. A sense of lack of insufficiency. You always like, okay, you buy a clothes. They say, okay, this clothes not beautiful. You want to buy another clothes. Or you already got food in the refrigerator. You feel like, okay, I want to buy some more food. So always feel something is lacking. So the body and mind feel leaning towards and grasping. Okay, now actually when we have the Pali word, we call aramana, object. So the literally of aramana means the mind is actually having inclined towards the object. So your mind is actually really going forward to the object. So that's why people, when they're in meditation, you find that your mind cannot focus on your abdomen rising, falling, or on the breathing. Your mind is like thinking about something, want to hear, want to see. It's like going out all the time, leaning to outside. Now, in immediate antidotes. Now, sense door discipline. Like just now we say. So instead of seeing as I want this, I want that, I want a beautiful thing. So we should not seeing. When you hear something, you're not hearing. When you smell something, smell. So this is called bare attention or bare experience. So your mind just know the object coming, but you are not the kind of like you have the discipline on it. So once it come, you know, but you stop at it. You don't go, okay, I'm seeing something and this thing is I want it. And because I want it, then you think, okay, I should buy this and this one. So your mind already out. So when things coming, you just stop at seeing, or hearing. Then if you smell something, smelling, and then tasting, and body touching. So how you do it actually, one way is if you are continuous maintain the mindfulness, then your mind will not have time to attach and appreciate the object because it has to continue the noting. Now it see something, it hear something, then it go and hear another thing. So when you continue the mindfulness, it will have no time. So it just break the chain and contact. So that's mean it let the things have the contact and stop there. Another things contact, another things contact, another thing contact. That's the meaning. And the opposite antidote is a substitution of perception with the foundness. So normally for the body, we will see the body as beautiful. Uh, my body is good. My body is the person is handsome. The woman is beautiful. Or we look at ourselves, we say our body is beautiful, the face is pretty, and so on. So the desire is based on the body. So the opposite way will be try to see the 32 body parts, which I mentioned before, the head hair, body hair, teeth, and try to see the decay, right? So of course, it's not easy to be disgusted with the body because we need to use our body. Like when we say if somebody want to go to the other shore, he need to make sure the boat that he travel. Okay, now if you want to go to the other shore, you need to have a boat. The boat must be in a very good, without a hole, without any defect, not big defect, because it need to carry you to the other shore. Sometimes it's not easy to discuss over the body because in some of the Tipitaka story, when the Buddha was teaching about this asubha, some of the monks they get it wrongly. So because of due to strong disgust of the body, some even kills themselves. All right. So it's we are not trying to have 100% discuss because if we going to like that, maybe we have the wrong idea, like the monks, those who kill themselves. But we are trying to have what we're trying to see is the realism, means the reality of this body is have decay and it also have impurity, and then it will reduce our intoxicant or attachment. And if you can reflect the elements, earth, water, fire, air, wind. So the four great elements. So I think in the wisdom Maga, we already mentioned many times how to do that. Because once you see all these, when we say four great elements, if you can notice that, it just happened to yourself. So when you sit down, especially you are in sitting meditation, so you just focus on sitting down, then you see which part is more heavy, more light, more cold, more hot. So like this, you see the characteristic of these four great elements, it just happened by itself. So when you see more and more in this, okay, you start to understand that, okay, there's no solidity, no I or self in this body. So that's the meaning of, if you don't see the body as a solidity, a piece of concrete things, construct it, that's the meaning. Now another thing is, now why people like sensual desire? Because they cannot find happiness or joy in their meditation or in spiritual life. But if you can find some joy, happiness, right? So through the breath itself or through any meditation, or when you have concentrated mind, you get joy and happiness. So then you should give attention to this. Then you understand this is a superior pleasure that you should pursue, not the low value or low level of sensual desire. That kind of sensual pleasure. Now in our lifestyle, so when you are watching the entertainment or media or you are eating food, so you should engage in deliberate mindful consumption, practice contentment and gratitude, right? Or cultivate generosity dana, which directly weakens the factors of clinging. Okay, any question up to here before I continue? Okay, today I will just actually go through some, not all, because I want to leave it for next week. So today after I finish some, then we go more on meditation. Because since
Sandy,
this, yes,
can I ask?
yeah,
This
sure.
Kama Chanda,
Mm-hmm.
how is it different from Kama Raga?
Same,
I mean,
same,
English translation is almost the same, but why
same.
in particular the hindrances is not taken as Kama Raga, but
Okay.
is taken as
Is
Kama Chanda?
the Pali is different, but in terms of Abhidhamma, it's same. Is talking about loba, greed. So this is a greed for the, we call it the, here karma will be referred to sensual object. So chanda is the wish. So I mean, if you translate as a wish here, but it's similar like kama raga, same. Because in the five hindrances, this will be talking about your mind want this, want that. The next one, the number two, will be talking about the mind dislike something. Okay? So kama raga, kama chanda are same in Abhidhamma in terms of its greedy nature. But it's much more not the spiritual type, but it's on the sensual objects.
Yeah, I
Okay?
also wanted to ask the Pali version of second one, Biapada with
Mm-hmm.
Patiga.
Same,
So
same.
some use same.
It's different Pali, but it's a same ultimate truth. Okay?
Okay, okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for the question. All right, now. So the first hindrances is greed. That means that it's something that pull your mind to the sensual object. So that means that your mind is no more on right here on your meditation object, but it's outside, engaged with the good sound, good sight, good thought. Or sometimes you sit here, your mind thinking about the food I eat, the TV I watch, the handphone I buy, that kind of things. Now the second one is evil. Vyapada or Patiga also same. All these are different Pali, but same meaning. It's evil, aversion, sometimes we call it hatred. So the mind pushes away and resists unpleasant object. It's like somebody scold you today. or boss scolds you today. So you might thinking about your boss scold you today, and then you get angry, you have aversion, your mind consumed by fire like this. So how you know it? Recognition. You feel irritation, criticism, resentment, hatred, or sometimes you even might blame yourself. Okay, so you might today I did something wrong, so you might even have evil towards yourself. Anyway, your body feel uncomfortable, you feel tight and hard. Compared to Kama Chanda. Kama Chanda is when you're thinking about good sight, good sound. Your mind is not that hard. Your mind is actually soft. Sometimes we call it too soft. But here is your mind hard. So you can see that's why you say the favor, the characteristic is different. Now, evil is actually easy to recognize because when you get angry, people can see in your face and your behavior may be more rough and so on. So immediate antidotes, loving kindness, the direct antidote. So start with yourself or benefactor until the feeling is genuine. Sometimes, like I mentioned before, some people find it difficult to radiate to their own self. So you can think about somebody who have been kind to you, who have given you metta in the past. So it's easy to send back the metta to them until the feeling of metta. What kind of feeling of metta we mentioned before is the gentleness, the kindness, the goodwill, or friendliness, that kind of feeling is genuine. Then, if possible, extend it to the neutral person and difficult person. Use the phrases like, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be at ease. So use any language you can use, or Chinese or English or whatever, as long as you can recite in your mind until you can get the feeling of metta. Or sometimes if you want, you can visualize the person, or you can put the photo in front of you and see the photo and so on. Now, karuna. Now, if there's somebody who made you very angry, who triggers your aversion, you can think about that person also subject to old age, sickness, and death. They might even go to hell if their evil deeds are very strong. So because they too are the heirs of their own karma and suffering. So this will soften your heart. Because normally when we think about our person we dislike or we have anger with, okay, our mind is very hard. So we need to use metta and karuna to soften our mind and heart. Now relax the body. Consciously soften the face and body. Take a few long, gentle exhalation. Aversion cannot sustain itself in a physically relaxed body. Okay, so that's why it's always good to buck the mind. Use the word bucking, Sometimes when we get angry, so our mind is on the thought, on the mind mental level. So it's always good, just always come back to the physical, the body level. So relax the body because your body is relaxed. Or sometimes if you get so angry, maybe just go and have a cold shower. Because when your body is in a cooling state, you cannot get angry. Now, prevention. So maintain harmonious relationship through timely communication and forgiveness. Practice patient endurance with minor irritation. See them as opportunities to strengthen the mind. Right. So this is reduce the problem because if you always have problematic issue with other people, you might get angry all the time. So try to maintain good relationship and also be patient also. Now, sloth and torpor. So I will talk about this, then we stop. Now, sloth and torpor means, in very easy way to say, it's just a like sleepy mind. When you are sitting, you're like nodding. Sometimes when you are doing some work, you find that your mind uh not be able to follow it. It's like very dizzy or very not clear. So sometimes we call it lazy mind, either sleepy mind or lazy mind. So it's a heavy, sinking, and dull state of mind and body. Recognition, you feel drowsiness, mental fog. Mental fog means it's like something obstruct, cannot see clearly, dropping posture. So people know you're sleeping very obvious because they see you, your body is like not straight, your body bend, 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 bend. So dropping posture. and yawning. So the mind seeks to withdraw from the effort of awareness. So when sloth and torpor coming, that means that there's no effort or lack of effort. So first thing you should do is energize the body and senses, right? So sometimes we say, do we need to close the eyes in sitting position or in standing meditation? Actually, is sometimes you can try, you can sit somewhere facing the wall, open the eye. Then your mind feel more alert. And then if your spine already bent down, so straighten your spine. And then if you feel very sleepy, go to toilet, go to a place where you can get water and then splash the cold water on your face. Even just go to toilet and do your business. Or you feel like really very unfresh, go and take a shower, then change your clothes and start to practice again. Especially in the afternoon, after the meal, then your mind will feel a little bit sleepy. So after the meal also feel hot because the weather is hot. So go and take a shower. Then after that, when you sit down, you might feel a little bit sleepy, but after you take shower, you might feel more better. So changing to standing or walking meditation posture. So not to say every time you must sit, but of course, when you're practicing at home, it's difficult to find a place to do walking because your house maybe not big enough or you have many stuff. So it's not just go and do standing. Go somewhere and standing because this will make your mind, body more energetic. And if you are very sleepy, don't walk slowly. You walk fast, but be mindful. Mindfulness. Take a brick walk means left, right, left, right, left, right. So when you are doing walking meditation, if you feel sleepy, don't do like 6 step or 3 step. Just do left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So at that time, just pay attention on the sensation. So when you do left, right, left, right, left, right, you feel the feet touching the floor. So sometimes if you're very sleepy, you purposely step very fast. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, like this. Okay? Then even you can recite loudly in your mind. If you recite left, right, left, right, left, right, of course your mind very sleepy. So you should recite left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Then your mind is also energetic. Okay. Now, so another way, if you go somewhere, you can see bright object, okay? A light bulb, the moon, the clear sky. So because it's spacious and big, so your mind also big. Your mind become more clear. Arouse a sense of spiritual urgency. So this human life is precious and short. Do not waste it on in the sleep. Do not waste time getting angry with people. And I also have people ask me, they always feel sloth and torpor. So one thing is always be careful. Are you having enough sleep? Sometimes if you're sleeping, uh, your sleep quality is not enough, even though you sleep for 8 hours, you might feel sleepy. So you should sleep regularly. Like I said, actually the best time to sleep for you all maybe about 11. For me, I will sleep around 10 something normally because I always wake up about 3 to 4. Sometimes 3 or 4, I kind of like wake up already. So always maintain the consistent sleep schedule. And you should get enough exercise, all right? And also be mindful of food intake because overeating is a primary cause of midday torpor. Now, I think you all know about health, right? So if we eat a lot of carbohydrate, then the sugar will rise up, and 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 it will take more time, more energy to digest the food, right? So be careful, don't eat a lot. So if you want, you can eat, and then after eating, uh, if you are in meditation center, should not sleep immediately. So go and do half an hour or 1 hour walking. Then after that, you will want you take just half an hour rest, mindful, mindfulness with the we call it the lying down meditation. Okay. So any question about this? I will stop here. Then we will go for meditation before I continue next week. Any question? All right. So we will stop here. So we continue next week.